Hammaga assalomu alaykum. RIKKOUZ kanaliga xush kelibsizlar. Bugun bizni kanalimda o'yin emas, hali boshqacharoq video bo'ladi, ya'ni reaksiya. Qo'rqinchli hikoyalarga, mana ko'rib turganingizdek, o'ziga qo'rqinchli hikoyalarga reaksiya. Yaqin 15 minut ichida yoki undan oshiqroq vaqt ichida sizlarni zeriktirib qo'ymaslikka harakat qilaman. Biz bo'lmasa video roligimizni boshlaymiz. Xo'sh ekan. Kanalni muallifi mana ko'rib turganingizdek Banse kanali ekan. Xolos bu kanalni sizlar bu qo'rqinchli hikoyalarni animatsion multfilm qilib chiqaradi kanaliga. Mana 1 milliondan oshiq obunachisi bor почти. Tak bizni yaqinda chiqargan 4 kun oldin chiqargan shu videosiga reaksiya ko'ramiz. Qani qanchalik ekan bu?
In my dad.
To'xtab turinglar. Bu qanaqa video? Bu haqiqiy kabinadagi qo'rqinchli hikoya ekan. Tak. Biz bo'lmasa shunga o'z reaksiyamizni boshlaymiz. Xo'sh, ingliz tilida bu ingliz tilidagi video, shuning uchun men taglavhani yoqib oldim. O'zbekcha chiqarib beradi asosan.
In my dad's 2-story wood cabin, there was something hidden under the bed downstairs. But what was hiding there isn't the...
Aytadiki, dadamni ikki qavatli kabinasida karavati bor. Karavatning tagida yashirib qo'ygan bitta sandig'i bor edi. Aytdim, pastki qavatida kravat tagida nimadir yashirilgan edi, lekin u yerda yashirilgan narsa bu.
Scary part of the story. Under the bed was my dad's 12-gauge shotgun, which he kept there in the Coco bedroom downstairs for various reasons. For context, the Coco bedroom is named after the pet bird we keep in there. The story begins with the day my friends and I decided we wanted to hang out and take a break from our jobs.
Hamma narsa do'stlarim bilan dam olishga qaror qilgan kunimizdan boshlandi dedi.
Asked my dad if it would be okay if we stayed in his cabin, and he allowed it, but asked that we be
adasidan, ya'ni o'zi Toshkentlik bo'lgan shuna. Adasidan uni kabinasida dam olishi ruxsat so'radi.
Careful.
A
few days later, we headed out and
so'radiki, faqat ehtiyot bo'linglar deb qo'yibdi.
Eventually arrived at the cabin.
Bir necha kundan keyin biz tashqariga chiqdik va oxirgi oqibat kabinaga yetib keldik.
And brought our stuff inside. We immediately got ready to go fishing. And later on, we built a campfire, played music on our guitars, told jokes, etc. We were having a great time. Eventually, it was getting late, so we decided to put out the fire and go to bed. Our friend group was 2 guys, including myself, and 3 girls. And to keep everyone's name private,
telefon qilib qolishdi, ming bor uzr. Va hammani ismi maxfiy saqlanishi uchun boshqa yigitni chaqiradi.
And the girls B, C, and D. A and I slept in the
ismlariga harf qo'yishdi, prosta tak.
Coco room, and the girls slept in the other bedroom upstairs.
Coco xonasida uxladim va qizlar yuqori qavatdagi boshqa xonada uxlashdi.
While I was sleeping, A woke me up and said that he heard someone talking outside. I told him that he was just tired and that maybe it was just an animal scavenging. Food we left outside by the campfire. But as I was telling him this, I heard the doorknob on the left outside. I told him that he was just was tired and that maybe it was just an animal scavenging
aytdim va bu ehtimol shunchaki
food
bir
we left
hayvon edi.
outside by the
Biz
campfire.
tashqarida gulxan
But as I
yonida
was telling him
qoldirgan
this, I heard the doorknob on the front door of the cabin start shaking loudly.
Kabinaning oldi eshik tutqichisi qattiq silkitila
I
boshlandi.
got goosebumps up my arms, and I looked at A, and he was breathing heavily.
Eslatib o'taman, bu YouTube'dagi o'zini tarjimasi. Shuning uchun bir turli so'zlar boshqacharoq eshitilib ketishi mumkin.
Got out my dad's 12-gauge shotgun from under the bed and loaded it and cocked it.
Men karavat ostidagi 12 kaliberli miltiqni oldim.
A looked at me and said, "Are you going to shoot them?" I replied, "If they are going to hurt us, I might have to." Then I told A to get the large knife from the kitchen, and we walked up to the front door. Just
katta pichoqni olib biz old eshik tomon oshxonadan pichoqni oldik.
as we were about to open it, the front door swung open, and there were two skinny
nima bular? Uni ochmoqchi bo'lganimizda old eshik ochildi va u yerda ikkita
men standing there. One of them was older, probably in his 50s, wearing a plain black shirt, and was holding some kind of homemade knife, and the other guy was younger, possibly in his 20s. I couldn't see him completely because he was standing behind the older guy, but I could tell that he was holding some kind of a big weapon. As soon as I saw them, I backed up
qo'lida qandaydir qurol borligini angladim. Men ularni ko'rdim.
And pointed the gun at the two guys, and A also pointed the knife at them. We sat there, frozen, without saying a single word for what felt like a whole minute. So I spoke and told them, "F off or I will blow your
bir og'iz so'z aytmasdan. Shuning uchun menga aytib turaylik, o'tib ketib qoldi gap.
Also pointed the knife at them. We sat there, frozen, without saying a single word for what felt like a whole minute. So I spoke and told them, "F off or I will blow your heads off." They both panicked and ran into the woods. After we confirmed that they were really gone, A and I gasped for air as if we hadn't breathed for a long time. I told A to go check on the girls and decided to go outside, still holding my dad's 12-gauge to check around the cabin. I then went inside and told A that I didn't see anything, and he said that the girls were still asleep. A little shocked, I said, "Wow, after all that commotion, they're still sleeping?" A and I decided to tell the girls what happened when they woke up in the morning. Maybe because of the adrenaline and maybe
ertalabgacha uxlamadik bundan keyin, balki bu adrenalin ta'siridir debotdi.
Because of the fear, and
ehtimol qo'rqqanimizdan ko'zimizga uyqu kelmadi.
I didn't sleep a wink that night. When the girls woke up,
men va o'sha kechasi qizlar uyg'onganida men ko'z qisib uxlamadim.
We told them what happened, and naturally they were shocked and scared. We decided to cut
biz hayratda qoldik va
our stay at the cabin short and go home that day. When we got home, I
kabinada qolishimizni qisqartirib uyga qaytishga qaror qildik. O'sha kuni uyga
told my dad
qaytganimizda
what happened, and he scolded
otamga nima bo'lganini aytdim dedi.
me for not calling the police. But
va u meni politsiyaga qo'ng'iroq qilmaganim uchun so'kdi.
He was also glad that we all came back
hozircha normalniy hikoya.
alive and well. My dad
Barchamiz tirik bo'lib qaytganimizdan xursand edi.
then called his friend who was a cop and reported what happened. My dad told me to call A and to come to our house so he could also give a
do'sti politsiyada ishlar ekan, o'shanga kabinada nima bo'lganini aytib beryapti.
Statement about the two men in the incident.
Va
It's
uyiga
been 2
chaqirdi.
years since that
Do'stlarini
incident.
uyiga
Now.
chaqirdi.
My friend and I still hang out
Bu voqeaga 2 yil bo'ldi. Do'stim va men hali ham vaqti
once in a while.
bilan
But A and I will never forget that incident.
Lekin men hech qachon unutmayman.
One day when we were hanging out, A
Bir kuni biz suhbatlashib o'tirganimizda
said to me, "What do you think would happen if your dad's 12-gauge hadn't been there?" And
agar otangni 12 agarda otangni miltig'i bo'lmaganda u yer
this day, I am afraid to imagine the answer.
Bunga men Okay.
It was the middle of the summer.
Xullas, bu birinchisi edi. Ya'ni bu birinchi. Xullas, bu qanaqangi video bo'ldi? Xullas, oshig'i aytganda meni deyarli birinchi videoga unchalik fikrim yo'q, to'g'risi. Qanaqa deganligini tushundim-u, nima bo'lganini. No attack unchalik qo'rqinchli emas ekan. Demak, mayli, keyingi videoga o'tamiz.
My parents had left
Bu yozning o'rtalarida bo'ldi.
for the weekend to go to
Ota-onam
our
dam
house in
olish
Cape
kunlari
Cod.
Cape Coddagi
about a-
uyimizga borish uchun ketishdi.
2-hour drive away.
2
So it's no
soatlik
big
yo'l
deal for
masofa.
them to leave me alone for a few days.
Shuning uchun ularni men bir kunga yolg'iz qoldirishlari muhim emas.
My mom had made some pulled pork and pasta
Bir
for me
necha kun onam qachon uchun
to heat up to eat
cho'chqa
whenever.
go'shti, cho'chqa go'shti va makaron tayyorlab ketgan edi.
And I had some money
Cho'chqa go'shtini yeymanglar, xasta bo'lib qolinglar.
if I wanted to order pizza. Things were all good.
Agar men pizza buyurtma qilmoqchi bo'lsam, pulim bor edi.
The first night I was alone, I stayed up till about
Birinchi kechada yolg'iz qolganimda soat 3ga qadar
3 in the morning playing Xbox, so I woke up really late the
Ertalabgacha Xbox o'ynadim. Men kompyuter o'ynab chiqqan
next day.
bo'lardim.
I checked my phone, and when I
Ertasi kuni juda kech uyg'ondim. Kech yotganim uchun endi telefonni
woke
shishib
up,
ko'rdim va
I saw it was
uyg'onganimda
a little
soat
past
biroz
1. I had made plans to play some
men 3 ta do'stim bilan ko'chada
street hockey
hockey
with 3 of my
o'ynashni
friends.
rejalashtirgan edim.
So I threw myself out of the bed and I stumbled into the shower. I take really long
dushga qoqilib qoldim. Men juda uzoq xullas dushda uzoq qolib
long
ketdim.
showers. So when my parents are gone, I go crazy. I was in there for about 45 minutes on my phone, scrolling through Reddit and Twitter. And I mean, Twitter.
Aytayotki, ota-onam ketganimdan keyin aqldan ozib qoldim men, deyapti. 45 daqiqa qolib ketdi hammomda. Reddit va Twitter orqali aylanib yurdim, deyapti.
So then I heard my front door open out of nowhere. The bathroom is directly up the stairs from the back door.
Shunda pastki eshik ochiq qolib ketganini bildim. Men bo'lsa hali ham hammomda edim. Va kimdir zinadan yuqoriga ko'tarilayotgandi dedi.
And the thing is, it's pretty loud when it opens and closes. I immediately froze since obviously I was supposed to be alone. I waited for about 2 minutes. My ears trained in, trying to hear anything. I heard nothing. I figured it was just the wind or maybe my parents were home early.
Kimdir men tomon qadam bosayotganini eshitdim, deyapti. Lekin keyin o'zimda bosdim, balki bu shamoldir yoki ota-onam uje uyga qaytishgandir, deyapti. Shuni o'yladim dedi.
So I turned off the shower, wrapped my towel around myself, and slowly walked down the stairs to check it out. So the stairs to the
Sochiqni o'radim va sekin zinapoyadan pastga tushdim.
kitchen are pretty tight and walled in. So it's essentially like walking down a tighter version of a regular stairwell. So I can't see into the kitchen when I walk down. Even though my house is old as shit.
Aytayotki, zinalar juda baland, devorlar juda ham qalin, deyapti. Shuning uchun men tushib bo'lmagunimcha men atrofni ko'ra olmasdim, deyapti. Ya'ni u shunda tushib ketyapti, atrofida boshqa narsani ko'rmaydi, oldida devordan boshqa. Boshqa uylarda ham shu-ku, qari.
And each step on the stairs makes a super loud
Uyim eski, deyapti. Uyimiz eski, shuning uchun zinalar
creak.
baland.
I still took my time and tried to be as quiet as possible.
Nima uyi eski va zinalardan g'ichirlagan ovoz chiqargan.
Probably took about 45 seconds
Imkon qadar sekin bo'lishga o'sha gapga harakat qildim, deyapti.
walking down all 12 stairs. So when I get to the second to the last stairs, I take a little breather and compose myself. In my mind, I knew I was being stupid. There obviously wasn't anything
u yerda ahmoq ekanligimni angladim. Oshxonada hech
in the
narsa
kitchen.
yo'q edi.
There's no way I wouldn't have heard another noise. And there's no
Men boshqa shovqin eshitmagan bo'lardim. Hech
reason
qanday
for them
sabab
to
yo'q.
still be in the kitchen, even if there were burglars or something in my house. After sort of mentally chastising myself for being such a wuss, I sort of chuckled to myself for being so stupid and just normally walked the last 2 stairs. And I turned up.
Aytayotki, ahmoqman men. Uyda hech kim yo'q, nima bo'lardi? O'g'rilar tushgan qadarda ham men o'zimni himoya qila olardim, deyapti. Odatdagidek oxirida 2 ta zinapoyadan bosib o'tdim. Shunday tez tushib
Corner into the kitchen. Standing about 2 feet
va burchakdan oshxonaga
away from
qaradim.
me, in the middle of my kitchen,
Mendan 2 fut narida, ya'ni 2 metr narida oshxonani
is
o'rtasida
a
bir
man
odam menga
staring
tik
straight at
qarab
me,
turardi.
perfectly still, with a massive smile on his face, just staring at me.
Uni yuzi juda ham katta, tabassum qilib turardi. Menga tikilib qarab turardi.
The thing I remember most vividly wasn't his face or his smile, but his arms. They weren't just at his side. He held them
Mani esimda qolgan narsa uni yuzi yoki tabassumi emas edi. Bu uning
in the strangest, most abnormal position I've ever seen.
turgan.
They were where
Qo'llari.
one would normally hold their arms, but he had rotated them to the point where they were almost completely reversed, as well as lifting them up
Qo'lini juda ham teskariga aylantirayotgan ekan, ko'rib turganinglardek.
behind himself. I don't know why I remember this so much,
Nega buni juda ko'p eslayman
but it's
bilmayman.
just the most demonic, abnormal position I've ever seen. Honest to God, I think I almost had a heart attack right there. Looking back, I can really, honest to God, I think I almost had a heart attack right there. Looking back, I can realize how creepy this situation was, but in the moment, I just took a step toward him and punched him as hard as I could in the jaw, sort of half slapping.
Aytayaptiki, balki shaytondir deyapti, lekin men hech qachon Xudo borligiga ishonmaganman dedi. Xo'p, va shuning uchun bitta qangalatib mush tushirdim dedi.
Slash pushing him towards the ground. The second I connected, I beelined up the stairs, dropping my towel in the kitchen with my heart beating out of control, running up the stairs naked as hell. I sprinted into my room and locked the door behind me. I quickly put a chair
va eshikni quplab qo'ydim.
up against the doorknob, like you see on TV. Almost without thinking, I immediately called 911.
Va men televizorlarda ko'rganimdek eshik tutqishiga, ya'ni eshik ruchkasiga stul qo'yib qo'ydim, shu eshikni ocha olmasligi uchun.
Nearly in tears,
darhol 911 ga, ya'ni militsiyaga qo'ng'iroq.
I told the operator what happened. As I sat on the floor of my room,
yig'layotganimdan operatorga nima deyotganimni o'zim
in the fetal position, staring at the door, praying that the cop would be here soon, I noticed a light coming from the gap between.
Aytayaptiki, men tavba qildim deyapti, yig'lab. O'zim bilmagan holatda namoz o'qidim deyapti. Endi bu xristianlarniki.
This dude was standing outside of my
eshikni orasidan qanaqangidir yorug'lik ko'rildi.
My bedroom door. There's no words to describe the feeling I had. I was paralyzed with fear, watching the shadows across the bottom of the door shifting
eshikni orqasidan soyalarini ko'rib men falaj bo'ldim dedi.
Tiny ways. I stayed balled up, staring at the gap, naked, praying the man would go away for what seemed like an hour. All the while the 911 operator was asking, "Hello, sir? Are you there?"
Va 911 operatori, "Salom janob, siz kimsiz?"
Hello? I didn't want to make a noise. And even if I wanted to move my arms to bring the phone to my mouth, I don't think I could have. Eventually the light returned to the gap, and I heard the faintest of footsteps slowly creaking the wooden floorboards as he walked down the hall. It was silent for minutes as I just sat there curled up, unable to.
Menga militsiya javob berishi bilan u sekin eshikni oldidan ketdi va pastga tushib ketdi. Tushib ketayotgan qadam tovushlarini eshitdim va jim bo'lib qoldim.
Even speak.
Men esa yalang'och
I
gapira
heard
olmay
banging on the
o'tirdim.
front door and the sound of 2 officers entering my house.
Va
I finally felt safe and opened the door to 2 of them standing there.
Uyimga kirib kelgan ikkita ofitser oldiga.
And I jumped on them and wrapped my legs around them. I almost cried. I was naked. Nowadays, my parents don't even leave me home alone. Thank God. And I check every lock on the house before going to bed. I still get nightmares occasionally. And my heart starts racing whenever I see someone standing still. But I'm doing all right. Even working with.
Aytayaptiki, men ota-onam xullas men shu voqeadan keyin meni yolg'iz qo'yishmadi deyapti uyda. Keyin ora-orada juda ham qo'rqinchli tushlar ko'radigan bo'lib qoldim va derazadan kimdir menga jim qarab turishini ko'rdim dedi. Mana o'sha yerda ham yozib qo'ygan, bu bundan oldingi gapi. Bu yerda boshqa gap yo'q.
sketch artist and a few
Endi
lineups.
aytayaptiki, ular
The police
rasmini
never
chizdi.
found whoever this guy was
Politsiyaga ayttirgan, xullas politsiya uni yuzini ko'rganmisan, yuzini chizdi
in my
deb
house.
beryapti endi.
That sends shivers down my spine every time I look outside, half expecting to see him standing across the street smiling under a lamppost. I have no idea what he wanted or who he was, but regardless,
Har safar tashqariga qaraganimda u stalbani tagida menga kulib qarab turardi, deyapti. U
that was
mendan yoki nima xohlashini umuman bilmasdim.
the scariest night of my life.
O'sha hayotimdagi eng dahshatli kecha edi, dedi. Xo'sh, akalar, menimcha bugunga ham yetadi. Ko'rib turganinglardek, bu meni eslatib o'taman, bu meni birinchi reaksiya videoyim. Balki sizlarga bu yoqsa, Kingston chiqaraman va uni ancha sifatliroq chiqaraman. Video haqida o'zingizlarning fikringizni kommentariyada yozib qoldirishni esdan chiqarmanglar. Keyingi videolarda mayli, xolos, videolarda ko'rishguncha xayr, sog' salomat bo'linglar. Agarda yana shunaqa videolar kerak bo'ladigan bo'lsa, kommentariyada o'zingizlarning fikrlaringizni qoldiringlar. Hammaga xayr.